Benjamin D'Souza here, back with another vid. Man, I want to speak on a few things. Some real serious shit, man. I've been having this on my heart for the past couple of years, to be for real with you. But I've been debating, should I make a video about this, because this really is, man, a taboo, hot topic in the black community and just in all of humanity, period, to be honest with you. But I think the conversation pertaining to this particular subject has been completely one-sided. So I'm gonna speak from the other side. If you go through my catalog, you would know that I myself, I am a father. I do have a beautiful daughter who will be 3 in October. And I have been adjacent from her due to the actions of her mother over the past year and a half. Her mother has kept me from her going on 2 years now. I missed her 2nd birthday, and the way things are looking now, I'm probably gonna miss her 3rd birthday. Not to mention on her 1st birthday, she brought her 2nd baby daddy to Chuck E. Cheese, and this nigga brought one of his cousins with him, talking some slick shit on the slide like I wouldn't drag his motherfucking ass in the goddamn Chuck E. Cheese. But it's my daughter's 1st birthday, so I'm gonna give you a pass on that. But if I ever see you in the streets, I'm gonna really check your motherfucking temperature. But anyway. So one of my homies, man, just to get some context, I was chatting with one of my homies, man. He asked me about my daughter. He said, man, you seen your baby girl, man? I said, nah, man, I ain't seen her, man. I ain't seen her in a year and a half. He was like, man, that's fucked up, man. I said, you know, it is what it is. He was like, damn, man, you know. But that's your daughter, though. I'm like, look, man, there's nothing I can do about this shit. There's absolutely nothing I can do about this. I've went through every recourse of action to, well, probably maybe not every recourse, but, you know, every reasonable recourse of action to try to rectify this situation. I mean, what else do you want me to do? I went downtown after, you know, I went up in that family court, did that shit, had a family plan drew up. I'm supposed to get my daughter on, you know, allotted days every week, yada, 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 a lot of holidays and shit, you know. And what really, really inspired me to do this shit was Chronicles of Judah had made in one of his recent videos. He had made the observation that a particular low-level strategy of many females and also males is that when they are having a discussion with you, they don't necessarily listen to what you're saying. They just hear you, and they're looking for anything that they can use to twist it in a manner in which they can then turn around and vilify you to justify whatever fuck shit they're on. It's like, all right, for example, you having a conversation with your baby mama. Y'all get into a heated discussion, right? You turn around and say, well, fuck you, bitch. And then she used that as a springboard to then say, well, if I'm a bitch, you can't see your kid. You get what I'm saying? And that's my situation currently. And it really stems from her wanting me to be in her life, but she's so dysfunctional and her psychopathy is so fucked up that the only way that she can interact with me is in a dysfunctional manner. But she wants to maintain our interaction. And that's not how I grew up. I didn't grow up witnessing man and woman interact with each other in a dysfunctional manner. My parents were married. They were married for damn near 2 decades. They were married for shit, damn near a decade before I was even born. I never seen my father flip out on my mom's. Never. My father was not that type of man. And I never seen my mom get out of pocket with my father. My mom wasn't this neck rolling, finger snapping hood rat. She didn't get out of pocket with that man. And even with my interactions with my father didn't. When he got mad, he lowered his voice and calmed his spirit. Because he knew that if he got emotional, shit could go left. And if the shit goes left, the entire overarching situation could fall apart and end up worse than it really could have been. Now I know I'm kind of raising my voice on this topic, man, because, you know, I guess you could say this is just me venting. But I'm the same way. I don't play with these motherfuckers out here in these streets. I don't play. I'm not with all this barking and shit. I'm not a fucking dog. I don't bark. I'm a goddamn jaguar. When it's time for the get down, you ain't gonna see it coming. But I'd rather avoid all that shit and just handle this shit civilly or in a civil manner. You know, I get into a serious now my homies and shit, my day ones and shit, I'll sit up here and I'll pop that shit with them. We'll talk shit, roast each other and shit, but that's all in good fun. That's all in just an exchange of witty banter. But when the shit gets serious and it's a serious topic, man, you ain't gonna get no emotional rise out of me. And if you do, you know you done crossed that motherfucking line. But she comes from an environment where the norm is the interaction between a man and a woman who's in a relationship is supposed to be a knockdown, drag out fight every motherfucking every day. And I told this bitch, man. Now this is back when I was in college and shit and working part-time and shit. I told this bitch, because I come home and this bitch is up here starting little petty arguments and little petty squabbles with me, man. I'm like, man, I got a goddamn political science 136 test to study for. I got a biology exam the week after that. I got a goddamn college algebra homework to do. I don't have time for these petty squabbles of who left the fucking toilet seat up. The fuck are you talking about? Take your goddamn foot and put the goddamn toilet seat back down. Now that's not necessarily what we was arguing about. I can't remember, but it was petty on that level. And I told her, I said, look, bitch, I got to get out here in this world. Not only do I got to battle with the motherfucking, you know, I got this you know, this looming fucking sword swinging over my head called, you know, police brutality and shit. I could lose my fucking life in a simple traffic stop. You know what I'm saying? But I still gotta get out here and whip my fucking vehicle around the city to do what I gotta do. You know what I'm talking about? I gotta deal with these super micromanaging, confirmed biased, bigoted, racist supervisors of mine. I gotta get to work and politic with them and move the way I gotta move. Cause I'm not the biggest motherfucker, but I'm 6 feet, 215 pounds and shit. You know, my stature is formidable as it pertains to the average everyday man. So I walk in the room, automatically, smaller motherfuckers of lesser stature, they get intimidated. So they automatically go on the defensive. And I know I'm gonna catch some flack behind that. I can't help my biology. This is the way the 23 alleles from my mom and the way that the 23 alleles from my dad lined up and created me. But I gotta deal with motherfuckers at my job and shit on that shit. And on top of that, me being a how you say, a man's man in a highly gynocentric, very hyper liberal, non-gender norm conforming ass college, where I essentially got to move like a ninja and damn near walk on eggshells just to make it through a fucking semester. I got to deal with these fucking blue-haired social justice warrior ass classmates and these super liberal second wave feminist fucking skunt professors and shit. By the time I get home, goddammit, I want to be, as soon as I hit the door, I'm dropping my shield, my sword, taking off my breastplate, taking my fucking helmet off, and I'm relaxing. After I wipe the blood off my sword and the blood off my shield and my armor and shit, and I take it off, I want to relax. And I told this bitch, look, I'm out here every day. I don't want to have to come home and have to battle with you. You know what this bitch told me? She said, haven't you heard that song? Love is like a battlefield. Bitch, you basing your foundational philosophy on an intimate relationship, as it pertains to an intimate relationship, on a song by a washed up pop singer? Really? You think you gonna walk down the aisle with that mindset? You think you gonna raise 2.5 kids in a traditional, stable family environment with that mindset? It was at that point, fellas, that I knew I was at war. I didn't want to be at war. I didn't want to be at war with at the time, my current girlfriend and the mother of my child. I didn't want that. But she, right there, she had made a proclamation, a declaration of war. And I very quickly came to the realization, whether I liked it or not, I was at war. It's just like being in a fight. You know, you see videos online all the time where a motherfucker want to fight and he run up on a nigga, smack his ass and shit, bust him in the fucking mouth and shit, talking about some nigga put him up, swing back. And the nigga just sitting there getting his ass whooped like, no, man, I don't want to fight. Regardless if you want to fight or not, nigga, you in a fight. You are in a fight. Now you can sit up here and take the high road if you want to, and let this other grown-ass man bust you in your shit. Or you can win, lose, or draw, put your goddamn dukes up, and do something about that shit. And I'm of the mind, if you don't like me, and if you declare war on me, I don't give a fuck why you do it. I don't give a fuck about the reason that you don't like me. I don't give a fuck about the reason why you declare war on me. We at war, motherfucker, set them up. Game on, bitch. Let's go. We gonna see what's happening. You feel me? So that's what I was faced with. And just to give you some more context to the situation, the reason why, well, the main reason why our relationship, that being me and my ex's relationship, dissolved in the first place, is because I caught her cheating on me. She was cheating on me. And the only reason I found out that she was pregnant with my daughter is because I caught her cheating. Yeah, she was cheating on me with several people while pregnant with my firstborn seed. My firstborn. I'm in my latter 20s going into my 30s. I avoided the fucking baby mama pitfall at all costs. And now here I am. With a baby mama who's got her panties all in the fucking street. And I mean, she was cheating on me not only with another nigga, but another bitch. And not only was she cheating on me with this other nigga, but she was having unprotected sex with this other dude. Meaning, she wasn't even sure who the daddy was. Because she was fucking on me and him at the same time. And as far as she knew, the baby could have been either one of ours. You ain't gonna feel my pain until you come home and your girlfriend, who's 2 months pregnant with your firstborn child, is laying in the bed, and you look at the sheets and it's a big ass nut stain on the sheets that you didn't make, by the way. You'll never quite fully understand what I've been through until you experience that. That really was my red pill moment right there. Now, I was quasi red pill before that. Like I said, I've been on YouTube for a long time. I'm talking about back 08. I'm talking about the Heavenly Truth 1 days back in 08. So I already knew about the marriage racket and all that. But, you know, my game was so smooth, you know, bitches would, you know, capitulate to me for the most part. But I never really came across a viper like this. It really, you know, shook me and really gave me that red pill, you know, awakening, if you will. And you know, my homie was talking about, man, but that's your daughter, man. Woo wham. You ain't gonna, because, all right, I'm at the mindset right now, I'm not talking to that bitch at all. You know, my mother talks to her. My mother gets my daughter. You know, she interacts with my mother. I guess she done kind of wised up, even though a year or so ago she was popping shit to my mom's. And my mom's was like, bitch, I ain't fucking with you like that. But, you know, I guess they on some quasi good terms or whatever. So, but as far as me and her are concerned, we have nothing to talk about. Because when she got on her shit and decided to keep my daughter away from me, not only keep my daughter away from me, but keep my daughter away from me for years on end. I said that was the last straw. That's the last straw. I understand you want to get back with me. I understand that. But there's too much shit that went down. That chapter is done. We moving on to another chapter. And you know, her last recourse of action, her trump card to try to twist my arm to get me to get back with her is essentially the "you can't see your kid" card. Now mind you, this bitch ain't had no kids before me. My firstborn is her firstborn. And she got pregnant by another nigga, which I surmised was that nigga whom she was cheating on me with while she was pregnant with my daughter. She got pregnant by that nigga 6 months after she done had my daughter. My daughter's still an infant, crawling. They just got done taking the goddamn stitches out, and this bitch getting pregnant, busting it open again. But yeah, when a bitch steeped to that level of skullduggery, that's the ultimate betrayal. That's the ultimate. Ain't no coming back from that. You know, and like I said prior, listen, I didn't come up in a household where it was a whole bunch of bickering and fighting and shit. Every disagreement that my parents had, they had that shit behind closed doors. When I seen my mom and my dad interact, it was on some peaceful, calm, civil shit. Now granted, my dad was on his fuck shit, and my mom's was on her fuck shit too. Now one of them are perfect. I'm not up here to, you know, lift my parents up on a pedestal and deify my parents. Both of them was on their fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? So much so, my pops was on some fuck shit that shit, it's been a year now that he done passed, God bless the dead. His goddamn side piece is sending me Facebook friend requests on Facebook because she want to hold on to some remaining semblance of my father and shit. And I'm like, bitch, you was my dad's concubine. You was my dad's mistress and shit. I ain't got time to be talking to you and shit. I'm not your son, bitch. But that's besides the point, though. But yeah, I'm not with all that fucking loving hip-hop shit, man. Bitch wanna pop shit and swallow spit, she can go do that shit with the next man. I come home, you keep your motherfucking mouth shut and you assume the position. End of. But she didn't understand that, you know? We come from two different cultures, two different backgrounds, you feel me? But, you know, I'm just letting this shit go and letting God, you feel me? Let go and let God. You know, it's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate because by the time she comes to her senses and say, yeah, I'm on some bullshit, it may be too late. You know, my daughter may be too detached from me to really revere me like she should, which will then cause more dissension. So it's already baked in the cake, man. I was telling my homie, look, it's already baked in the cake. You know, I made the mistake, and I accept the responsibility of my mistake of laying down with a gutter rat, hood rat, whore bitch. I made that mistake. I acknowledge my mistake, and I take responsibility for my actions on that part. But they say that the most critical developmental years in a person's life is birth. From birth to about 5 years old. Now let's see, my daughter will be 3. I've already missed a year and a half due to the actions and the decisions of her mother. And according to the parenting plan, I essentially only get her 8 days a week. And even if even if her mother wants to throw a little temper tantrum and say, oh, you can't get her this weekend, you know, I can pull up if I want to, which I did. When she got on that shit, first month, pulled up to the house, beating on her door. Where's my baby? She walking out with her other son, about to take him to daycare. I'm like, where's my baby? Don't worry about it. She in a safe place. I'm like, all right, I go to the door because she's staying at her grandma's house. Boom, boom, boom. Where my daughter at? They called her. I'm going to call the police on you. Fuck the police and fuck you, bitch. Police show up. I get to chatting with the police and shit. They're like, man, look, I understand your pain, man. I understand what you're going through. But this is a civil matter. There's really nothing we can do about it. It's not like we can go in there, make them give up your daughter to you. Even though they did go in there and do a sweep of the house. You feel me? Like, I kind of finagled the situation and got them to go in there and, you know, take a look around and whatnot. But they was like, man, basically, it's a civil matter. There's nothing we can do. You got to go downtown for that shit. I go downtown, I spend that $200-300 to get her served. Sheriffs go out 2 times to the house that she lived at. Her motherfucking folks like, well, she don't live here. I go around there 2 o'clock in the morning. Her car there. The bitch do live there. Her family just lock, stock, and barrel with the shit. Supporting her fuckery. So I'm like, all right then, I'll fall back. You know, I'll let go and let God. And now that I'm out, you know, living my best life, living stress-free and shit, now motherfuckers want to sit up here and say that I should goddamn walk through the goddamn sun just to be around my daughter. Fuck that shit, man. Fuck that shit. She want to be on some fuck shit and do this shit. Listen, you're not going to have me all stressed out, have my cortisol levels all through the fucking roof, putting me in the early grave and shit. You know, all this shit is her fucking doing. She's causing the fucking chaos. She's causing the chaos. And I'm the bad guy for not participating in her chaos? Okay. All right. Cause like I was telling my homie, man, I'm not with all that love and hip hop shit, man. I'm not with that shit. You know, I'll engage you in some witty banter. We can go back and forth and pop shit, you know, all day. But when shit gets serious, shit gets real serious with me. And when it comes to these type of matters, ain't no games. Ain't no games. You can be on all the games you want to, but I ain't gonna play with you. I ain't gonna play with you. My daddy didn't play that shit, and his daddy didn't play that shit. So I goddamn sure ain't gonna play that shit. So you can go play that shit with the next man. Cause bitch, I'm a goddamn X-Man. You feel me? Fucking Wolverine bones and shit. You know what I'm talking about? Playing that bullshit. But guess what? Here's the tricky thing behind this whole situation. At the end of the day, I'm still gonna be the bad guy. I'm still gonna be the bad guy. Do you understand? My daughter's growing up in a household with the main programmer is a scuddy hood rat skunt dangle bitch. So she's getting all of this fucked up programming. I get 8 days out of a month. I'm supposed to, according to the family plan via the family court of the great state of Missouri. I'm supposed to. But what can I do with 8 days a month? Oh, nigga, you can just tough it out and, you know, you can just tough it out and get back with her so that you can be there for your daughter. Fuck that shit, my nigga. Fuck that shit. King Solomon himself said, it's better to sleep on the corner of a roof than to share a house with a quarrelsome woman. I'd rather go live in the desert in a fucking tent than to share a house with that bitch. Hold on, that rhyme. I'd rather sleep in the desert in a tent than to share a house with that bitch. I guess it rhymes, but you get what I'm saying. So I'm like, no, I'm telling folks, I was like, look, G, even if I do what is commonly known as the right thing to do, you know, stick it out and be the bigger man, it's still gonna end bad. It's still gonna negatively affect my daughter because I'm a man. And there's certain lines that you don't cross with me. And this bitch is how Dave Chappelle or how Charlie Murphy said about Rick James. She is a habitual line crosser. I mean, it's to the point where this bitch, not only did she cross the line in the sand, she made a complete circuit around the entire globe and then crossed that motherfucker again. Now, as a man, what do you think I should do about that? When you're dealing with a person who does not respect personal boundaries whatsoever, and they feel that they have the liberty to just downtrod on you in every shape, form, and fashion, what do you do in that situation? I tell you what's going be done in my situation. Some goddamn straightening going around here, as my folks would say in the South. Some goddamn straightening going on around here. It's gonna be some straightening. And you can take from that what you will, but it will be some straightening. You know, there is a limit with me. There is a line in the sand that you don't cross with me. Because I'm saying, even though if I go through the rigmarole of putting up with her bullshit, dealing with her on a regular basis and shit, you know, putting up with her bullshit just to see my daughter, eventually that shit gonna boil over. And some bad shit gonna happen behind that. And my daughter may witness that shit. And that might even cause even more trauma on my daughter and fuck her up even worse. Because she's seeing her daddy say this, or she's seeing her daddy do this, or she's seeing her daddy say that. So it's best for me to not even be there than to be there and some real live fireworks start popping off. You feel what I'm saying? Because I done already flipped. I done already did that shit. And I regret it. I regret it. I didn't go King Kong. I didn't Donkey Kong her ass. I didn't put my hands on her. But you know, verbally, I really let her know about herself. And it was to the point where I did that shit in front of my daughter. And then when I was getting, and that kind of put her in her place for a little bit. That's the funny thing about these type of bitches, man. Like, you mean to tell me I gotta turn into a fucking monster, a demonstrative monster, for you to respect me? I gotta go through this gauntlet of constantly checking you, whether it be verbally or physically, for me to get some respect around this motherfucker. That's funny, because once I clicked on her, man, and told her about herself, like, she was in line. Like, I'm talking to her on the phone and shit. She's speaking softly and shit. You know, I know she was turned on by that shit. And she thought, oh, okay, so now I'm going to speak softly to him, and hopefully he'll capitulate and get back with me. And I'm just, you know, I'm on my Stone Cold Steve Austin shit, on my Stone Cold, you know, monotone. Okay, so what time we going to meet here? She got what going on? Oh, she's teething. Okay, I'll grab some teething rings. Yep, all right. When she see I wasn't picking down when she was laying up, then the attitude came back. Then the bullshit, then the fuckery started all over again. But when I did that shit in front of my daughter, man, a few weeks, you know, after that, I had my daughter at the house by myself and shit, and she was like apprehensive. You know, like, my daughter really seen that side of me, and it scared her. And I felt so bad behind that shit, because I didn't want my daughter to see me like that, you know? Because I had my daughter bed right next to my bed, and, you know, she'd wake up in the middle of the night and want to climb in the bed with me. So I capitulate to her, you know, to her request. And she'll hop in the bed with me, and then she'd climb and lay on my chest and shit, and put her face right next to my neck and go, Man, if you ain't never experienced that, man, that's the best feeling in the world, man. It really is. And I really was disappointed in myself that I had to take it there. But I'm dealing with a bitch who wants me to take it there. Her whole interpretation behind the interactions between a man and a woman is completely dysfunctional. So I fall back and I say, I don't want to play this game no more. And guess what? I'm still going to be the bad guy. If I play, I'm going to be the bad guy. If I don't play, I'm going to be the bad guy. And that, gentlemen, is why I am SYSBM. Motherfuckers see that acronym? and think it's just a catchy acronym. Nah, man. Nah, man. That shit is deep in my soul. Save yourself, black man. Because these bitches look at you as nothing more than a utility and a court jester that they can pull fucking puppet strings on and get their little infantilized, you know, loving hip-hop fantasies out of. Not considering you in the least. Now I know this topic is taboo, and it's been going on in the black community for a long time. So you get the deadbeat dad narrative from. Are these men really deadbeats? Or are they just falling back for the greater good? I mean, seriously. Are they really deadbeats? Or is their interaction with you so fucking toxic that if they were to engage you, the situation can become extremely dire? And this is a taboo subject that, you know, a lot of people in the black community don't want to talk about. Our default setting is, oh, that nigga ain't there, he a deadbeat. End of story. Well, I'm telling you from firsthand experience, a confession of a deadbeat. Yeah. A confession of a deadbeat. Because if you really think about it, these bitches' appetites are so insatiable that the nigga could be just A1 on top of his motherfucking game, and she'll still be out here on this victim narrative shit, talking about my baby daddy ain't shit, niggas ain't shit, my baby daddy don't do this, he don't do that. This nigga could be a godsend for her. And she's still out telling any and everybody who will listen to her old musty mouth, fishy, musty titty, fishy booty ass, spit a whole bunch of bullshit and propaganda about her baby daddy. And she'll talk that shit to anybody who'll fucking listen. And I've worked with these bitches. I've grew up with these bitches. This shit, this fuckery runs deep. I mean, I'm talking about, I've worked in nursing homes and shit with the quintessential CNA typical weave wearing, gold teeth having, neck tattoo having, 2005 Nissan Maximum driving with 2 baby seats in the fucking back, patting her weave on Friday on payday, talking about, girl, we about to hit up this club tonight. Ass bitch. I done been around them. They done told me this shit. My baby daddy ain't shit. My baby daddy crazy. My baby daddy don't do this. He do that. And he just ain't shit. Find out this nigga busting his ass working 2-3 jobs just to pay this $700 child support every motherfucking month. But he still ain't shit though. Okay. Alright. He there at every dance recital. Every motherfucking them choir deals, like, you know, around Christmas time, elementary school motherfuckers that have like a choir, like the kids that have a choir shit, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know if they still do that now, but shit, they did that back when I was in elementary school. He there at every function. But just because he won't get back into a relationship with your dusty ass and live under the same roof putting up with your bullshit, your abuse, now all of a sudden he ain't shit. Okay. And you can't tell him nothing, man. You can't tell him nothing. And here's a fucked up part about it. They know what's going on. They know they wronger than 10 dogs. They know they wronger than 10 dogs. They'll be sitting up here giving you a sob story, just like I was alluding to in my prior vid. Tell me something I don't know. They'll be sitting up here giving you this sob story about how they baby daddy did them dirty and how they baby daddy ain't shit, this, that, and the third. They'll be sitting up there lying like a rug. Just lying like a dirty ass rug. Like, bitch, you ain't even a cashmere rug lying on the floor. You one of them goddamn mud room rugs where a motherfucker wipe his goddamn feet on before he walk in the house. Type of rug. You up here lying like a goddamn rug. Come to find out this nigga is on his shit. I meet this nigga, he showing me pictures of, he had every goddamn recital, pageant, everything, every function. But you up here talking cash shit about him. And they know what they doing is fucked up, but they just, like you say in football, you know, if you an outside linebacker and your assignment is to drop back in the zone, but you see something in the offense, so you say fuck it, and you just disregard your fucking assignment and just blitz the quarterback. You selling out. You get what I'm saying? You can't half-ass the shit, you know. If you second guess the shit, you know you supposed to drop back in the zone, but you like, fuck it, I'm a blitz. But then you take 2 steps forward, and you like, nah, let me go ahead and drop back in this zone. And that fucking slot receiver drop back in that empty space that you done left, and the pass get completed, and he scurries up the field for a first down. These bitches are selling out to this shit. They are full committing. It's like when you playing Madden and shit, and you think a motherfucker about to run, so you do the run commit to the middle or the left or the right side. You know what I'm talking about. It's like that. These bitches are selling out to this shit. And here's the thing. As far as a Madden terminology is concerned, these bitches are coming out in a base formation, a goal line formation or whatever, and they are doing run commit straight up the fucking middle. And you come out there in a goddamn spread formation with 3, 4, 5 receivers and shit. Like, nigga, it's obvious you gonna throw the ball, but these motherfuckers is coming out in the base formation and they committing to the run up the middle. You feel me? Like, this how stupid they are. This is, just to put this shit in Madden football terms, this is how stupid they are. And what really pisses me off is that, okay, if you want to be this stupid and you want to engage in this level of dumb shit, do that shit on your watch. Do that shit on your dime. Do that shit with your life. Don't bring these chillins in that shit. It's a lot of babies walking around these neighborhoods who are suffering behind the bad decisions from they bullshit ass, bummy ass baby, they mamas. They done goddamn got the skull ran up on their ass. They not even 10 years old yet. And they done got the goddamn skull ran up on their ass by 35 points because they mama is hell bent on coming out and running a motherfucking goal line D, run commit up the middle. When it's clear that the offense is just running bubble screens and just scurrying down the field for 70, 80 yards every pop. You know what I'm saying? All right. Man, I hope this vid, man, really puts in. I really hope that I spoke for a lot of brothers, man, who's really going through what I'm going through. But you just can't really put it into words like that. I really hope this vid resonates with you. And for you brothers out there on your high horse and shit, well, nigga, shit, I don't give a fuck what the situation is. She can't keep me for my daughter. Yeah, nigga, okay. You say that, nigga. You say that. All right. Yeah, you pull up to her house, talk about some where my baby, and they call the motherfucking police on your ass. And then 3 fucking officers show up. And you can see you can see their right finger twitching and shit. And they got their shit on their gun. And they thumb about to unhook that motherfucking clip, and they about to draw down on your motherfucking ass. They just looking for an excuse to get some notches on their belt, get some stripes on their motherfucking arm. You feel me? Yeah, you say that until you go downtown and pay that fucking money to get her served, and then come to find out when the sheriffs go out to serve her motherfucking ass, her family is completely complicit in the fuck shit that she with. Yeah, you say that. All right. Shit. But yeah, though. Man, I just had to drop this, man, because, you know, as Black Ram 313 says, because, you know, this is therapeutic. Man, god damn, this is therapeutic. Man, I hope this was edifying. I'm not in any way, shape, form, or fashion endorsing that a nigga just knock up a bitch and run off on the, like he running off on the plug and shit. You get with a bitch, you knock her ass up, and she a solid ass bitch, and she ain't with that fuck shit, or her fuck shit is at a minimum, nigga, do what you gotta do. Handle your business. You feel me? Handle your business. Oh yeah, man, let me go ahead, since that shit came to mind, man, because I know it might be some motherfuckers in the comment section popping shit and swallowing spit. So let me go ahead and lay this shit out. I caught her cheating. The only reason I found out that she was pregnant is because I caught her cheating with her girlfriends. Let me put some context behind this shit. She out all day with her girlfriends, shopping, buying makeup, Revlon, and fingernail polishing thing. She come home. Now, once again, this is a strike against me because I chose to get this bitch the time of day without properly vetting her. That's why I made this past video talking about, you know, vetting techniques, because I think vetting is crucial. But she been out all day switching through the motherfucking malls and shit. You know, churning up all kind of booty juice and shit. She come back with the spoils with her girlfriends and shit. They chop it up, kikiing in the living room for a little bit. They leave. You know, I done took a shower already. I'm in my basketball shorts and t-shirt ready to go to bed. She goddamn don't even take a bath or nothing, want to hop her ass in the bed. She don't brush her teeth, wash her ass or nothing. She want to hop her stinking ass in the bed. I'm like, bitch, get your ass up and go take a bath. This is her reasoning. It was winter time at the time. This was January 2015. It's winter time. I don't want to get sick. If that don't sound like, what's that one movie, The Last Samurai, with Tom Cruise, when he went to Japan, and the motherfucking Japanese was they had to beat this nigga to get him in the tub and shit, because he didn't want to take a bath, because he didn't want to get sick and shit. It kind of reminded me of that. Excuse me. But anyway, I had to get up at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, right, to go to work. I get up, I put all my gear on and shit. I'm going to work and going to college at this time. I make me a cup of coffee, brush my teeth. I go to give her a kiss while she's asleep in bed. I lean in, her face smells like pussy. Yeah, it does. So I said, you know what? I gotta go to work. I ain't got time to hash it out with this bitch over this shit right now. Because the last time we got into an argument while I was on my way to work, she goddamn kidnapped me and kept me from leaving. To the point where I had to get on she physically blocked me, and I would have had to have gotten physical with her to get her out of my way so I can leave and go to work. I had to get on my phone, tell my manager I can't come in. Yeah, I'm sick. I'm sick of this ratchet ass bitch is what I'm sick with. I got ratchetitis, motherfucker. So I call her the next morning and shit. And confront her about this shit. She denied. I'm like, alright, I'm 30 motherfucking years old. Come on now. I've been smelling pussy since junior high. I know what pussy smell like. I know what clean pussy smell. I know what stank pussy smell like. I done smelled pussies from all spectrums. So I'm talking about goddamn 7th grade in 6th air, putting my finger up under my homie nose like, hey, you smell that? Yeah. She let me finger bank her before a gym class. Yeah. 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink. So I'm like, bitch, you ain't gonna sit up here and tell me that I ain't smell what I ain't smelled. So I cut it off. She called me back talking about she pregnant. It's confirmed she was pregnant. So I come back for the sole purpose of my daughter, for my child. I reconciled the situation. She didn't admit to what she did. She didn't apologize to what she did. I ate that shit. Took it as a loss. Now imagine what's beating in my motherfucking chest. Having to swallow that shit. As a man. Imagine that. But I ate that shit any fucking way. I even went so far as to tell this bitch. I said, look, I'm about to join the army. Go full service. Before I do so, let's go downtown, get married on the county steps. So when I go into the army full time, you will automatically have a house to stay in. All your shit will be taken care of. All you got to do is stay home and play Susie Homemaker. That's all you got to do. This bitch, no, I don't want to get married. I don't want to do that. You're going to have to give me a wedding first. I said, listen, bitch, we can do that shit later. This child is about to be here in fucking 8 months. The fuck are you talking about? Let's handle this shit first. And then we can do you can have your little day later. And besides, a fucking wedding costs $20,000-$30,000. When it's with all the bells and whistles and the fucking accoutrements and shit. Fuck you talking about? But nah, though, she just had to have her way. She just had to have her way. So I said, all right, I guess we'll just do it like this then. Month later, come home, big ass nut stain on my bed. I said, it's over with. So I put my neck out on the line for her. You feel me? And that's the motherfucking thanks I got. Yes, it's going over an hour, man. Let me go ahead, man. Yeah. Confessions of a Deadbeat. It's Benjamin D'Souza. You can contact me at One People, One Nation, One Destiny at gmail.com.